Lemon. Boring. Maybe it's banana or coconut or something like that. Grape. Ooh. The yellow and green ones are always the one where you're like, I don't know. Let me know if that's almost took your eye out. You started to catch it, but then you gave up. You're like, I'm curious if these are strawberries. Somebody let me know. Boom. Hey. Hey, what are you doing? You just filming random things in here? All right, this one's going all the way back to Shizuo. No, it's not. I'm trying. I want the butterscotch for myself. All right, butterscotch. There it goes. Ew! Boom! Oh, wow! Yes! You didn't even have to... Oh, there you go. It actually looked like you caught it. And it did look cool, because I heard it hit something and you were just like... So I thought like it hit. Is that a thing of bleach back there? Yeah? Are you like a giant Shopkins?
No, it's a bleach house.
It is bleach. I can't tell if you're saying yes or no, I just see. It looks like everything. It's like yes and no. It's like maybe? Oh, there you go. Yeah, you have to do this for yes. And this for no. Say yes. It's gotta be more like this though. There you go, yeah. That's a yes. And then no. Give us a no. No, but you gotta turn, you gotta do like this. No, twist. Twist. Oh, you're gonna give up? Man, don't talk to me, I'm in the back. Is that your mouth or your nose? The thing that looks like a butt. It's like going like this, huh? It's very cute. I like your cosplay. I want to wear it. So, hi. I think that's it, right? Oh, I think that's it. Well, should I just start? Hey, moderator. Do you need to say anything? You're just going to give votes. Starting there. Okay, so Washington State's State Convention Center at Convention Place.
Yeah.
All right, I can read kind of. I'm Johnny Yong Bosch. Welcome to the panel. I was a Power Ranger. You're taking it off? I'm just messing with you. You can take it off. Without to. As long as you have something under it, otherwise.
No children around.
I'm Johnny Yong Bosch. I was Adam in Power Rangers. Vash in Trigon. Ichigo in Bleach. Lelouch in Code Geass. Isaiah and Guy Cecil, yes.
Canada.
Yuna Okami, as well as Itachi.
Rock from Pokemon.
Artemis, Zero, Nero. Okay. I was a couple different zeros and a Nero. I need to be like a Shiro and a hero. And what? Braveheart? What? That's Mel Gibson. Wrong. Oh, Tenkai Knights. Yes, Brave and Wolf. Oh, okay, yes. Yes. Coon. Yes, I was Coon in Dot Hack. Why don't you guys just tell me who I was?
Yu-Gi-Oh!
A frog. Yes. Yu-Gi-Oh. Yukimura. What?
Renton Thurston?
And still Guy Cecil. Well, thanks for coming to the panel. I know that it says musical Q&A, but I don't have a guitar with me, and so it's not gonna work out. So instead, I'm just gonna like stare at you. And we'll do like a regular Q&A, but I will also tell you some stories. You guys probably heard some of them though, like the quarter story. Have you heard the quarter story?
Yes.
No?
I haven't.
Well then, you're in for a treat. I'll tell that one soon enough. But let's get some questions out of the way, and then when you guys get bored of all those, then we'll go on to something else. Yes. Yes. You.
So I noticed you voiced a lot of certain hero characters, but I feel like I really enjoy you when you get to voice more like creepy or psycho characters, like
Oh, so you're a creepy guy. You're a fan of the creepy guys. What was that?
Do you like being heroes or psycho guys more? You just like
The psycho guys sometimes are kind of fun to play, you know, because I'm not like that in real life. Or am I? But yeah, they're kind of fun to play, you know, and explore what that would be like for, you know, however long the session is, and then go shower afterwards. But I mean, really, it comes down to the character, the show, really, you know? Is it a good show? You know, is the character really fun to play? A lot of emotional stuff to play within it. That's really what is more fun for me. I mean, it could be anything. I don't mind playing, you know, any character as long as it's a cool show or a cool character to play, you know? I mean, how many anime have you seen where it's like this little kid has got a magic necklace that controls a giant mech, you know? It's like, yeah, let's do that 10 more times. And I've already done that like a few times. Some of them are good though. But it does get a bit old to play some of that, so it's nice to be the creepy guy occasionally. Like, what's your favorite creepy guy that I played? Ryunosuke? That guy is really creepy. You are disturbed. Where's your mother? Yeah, that guy did make me feel dirty. That guy, I had issues.
But you got to yell cool all the time.
Yeah, but that wasn't the cool part. Have you guys seen that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's a weirdo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways. I know I'm the one that voices him. And I just made him creepier. Yes.
Did you know that Adachi was the villain in Persona 4 when you got to voice him? And how did knowing or not knowing affect the portrayal?
Well, who has not played Persona 4? Spoiler! You just ruined the game. It's fine. You'd figure it out. If you didn't, then you're slow. But yes, I went in, I was cast as Adachi, and so I knew who I was playing. But towards the end of that session, when I was finishing up all my loops for Adachi, they're like, you're also going to be playing the protagonist. And I was like, wait a second, how am I supposed to be both of them? Is he a lot younger or something? And they was like, no, it's kind of the same. And I was like, what about his tone and his voice and stuff? It's the same tone. It's like, what? Is it the same guy? And I was like, no. Like, wait, what? It's like, but he doesn't say much. He just like shouts stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. He just like fight stuff. I was like, yeah. I was like, okay. So the first game was like just whatever, you know? And the next one, he started talking a little bit more. And then another game. And then the animation came out, and all he's doing, I'm talking to myself. And so in the animation, if you've seen it, I had to like adjust them slightly in different directions so that they weren't like totally like, that's Johnny talking to himself. But a lot of fun that was. So, like, yes, in the red hat with the thing sticking out of it.
You're in everything, but what started it all?
I am in everything. I'm in your mind too. When you sleep and you dream, I'm in there. Yes, I am Freddy Krueger. I'm the Freddy Krueger of anime. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, Freddy Krueger thing. Maybe you guys don't know that one. Yes, okay, I'll stop interrupting you. Who did that? We're never gonna get through this.
Who walked up to you and said, hey, your voice is amazing, let's put you in everything? Who started it all?
Who said that to me? That's not how it works. I audition for everything, and I just get lucky. I don't know how that happened. I just, it is what it is. I audition just like everyone else, and it goes. A lot of times, if it's an anime, the Japanese producers listen to it as well, and they're like, "We like this tone," or whatever. So it just comes down to whatever the producer wants and what kind of fits the role at that time. Just lucky. And I pay them a lot of money, so I can be in that. Yes. Hardest characters to voice act? Renton was a pretty tough one for me because, I've done a younger voice before, but his was like really high pitched, and I recast. Basically, they recast. I replaced someone else, because there's some miscommunication, and then when it went to Japan, they were like, no, he needs to sound younger, and then they were like, recast, and then so I went into this audition and got the role, and then they told me they recast because you didn't sound young enough, and they want you to sound younger. I was like, okay, but it wasn't me, obviously, so I was like, oh, like how young? And it was like super high. Renton Thurston, it's like, oh, that's pretty high. And I was like, I'm just gonna sound whiny the entire time. Just keep going, keep going. And I was like, all right. And so it was a little weird, for me at first. And then, those kind of are tough. And I'm working on Doraemon. I don't know if you guys know what Doraemon is.
Yeah.
It's like Japan's Mickey Mouse. So we're working on that with Disney, and I'm Nobita, the kid he's just a lazy bum. And it's actually a pretty funny story. Like the cat, basically he becomes a loser in the future, and his family and everything just stinks. And so his family sends a cat from the future back in time to make him study and do good, so that they don't have like a loser life. And so anyways, it's kind of funny, and the cat has all these gadgets, and so I get to voice him too, and he's also up there. The only problem with that is like doing that stuff and then working on like a game or something like that where I scream, and then the next day I've got to go in and play this young voice, and I can't because I'm like, ah. And so, yeah. Yes?
Okay, so the role I know you best from is Nero for Devil May Cry 4.
Uh-huh.
And my question to you is that, have you played the game yourself, and did it feel weird to actually be playing yourself, in the game?
Yeah, it is a little weird, it's weird at first, and then you start to get used to it, This is just like when I watch I'm on a show called Knights of Sidonia, and it's a Netflix original, so I wanted to watch it. So I was watching it, and at first I was like, that's me, it's weird. But then, I got into the story and stuff like that, so you get lost in it. And plus, at games, I really stink at games. So, I need like an easier level than the easiest level. And I'm like, man, I should be able to beat this game, because I was there. I know the ending. I need like a special JYP cheat code, But it doesn't work that way. But that was a lot of fun. That was one of my most favorite projects to work on. I wasn't limited to picture, it was a script, and I got to work with the Japanese team in Japan, and I did the motion capture for the game. So it was a lot of fun. That was really awesome. This is my first time to actually go to Japan, was to work on that game, so it was cool. Yes? Yeah.
As a musician,
As a mortician?
Musician.
It's like, I'm not a mortician, you're a mortician.
No, as a musician, as somebody that played music
Musician, yes.
Yeah, what are some of your biggest influences and what kind of genres do you really enjoy?
Okay, if you don't know, I am a musician, and I say that loosely. But yes, my band, I have a band named I Shine. I brought like 40 CDs with me that you guys can have later. I'll take it to the autograph now. And but as a musician, what's influenced me?
Yeah, biggest influences, favorite genres, artists, anything.
Genres, you know, I really listen to just about anything. I'm not a big country music person. I think anything that more just moves me emotionally. So there could be a country song that would move me. That doesn't mean like emo. I mean, I know that's what that means, but I mean like anything that moves me emotionally. You know, like a soundtrack or score to some movie or something like that. Anything like that, I really dig. As far as bands, there's all sorts of bands, and I do listen to everything, from Beatles to Eminem. So yeah, I know it's pretty broad, you know. Yeah. Well, I'm not the real Slim Shady. I don't know what I'd be like. I'd be like the slim yellowy. That's kind of racist for me to say, because I'm half Asian. If you didn't know, I'm half Asian. So in the mornings I'm like this, so you can really tell. I wake up and I'm like this, like that guy's Asian. But usually around like lunch, 1 o'clock, then my eyes widen. This is going downhill. So, are you guys recording this? Delete that. Hey, half of me is offended. Moving right along.
What's the most intimidating role that you've ever come up against, and how did you deal with that?
The most intimidating role? Oh my goodness.
Something that was really famous overseas.
Yeah, the Doraemon thing is pretty tough. There's actually been a couple that I can't talk about that I'm like, man, kind of scared. I know Bleach was one that I was like, man, I don't know. This one's scary because I knew it was big. I didn't know a lot about it, but I knew it was big because I'd seen a lot of people dressed up as characters. Really, there's so many. They might be announcing something here soon. I don't know if they're going to announce it here because I know some of the people are here. But there's one that I was like, I didn't even know was like a famous project. I just went in and just like, I'm just working on another thing, And then it's like, oh my gosh, this one's really important. Yeah, so we'll see. Because now after I've already done it, I started working on the show, and I can't say what it is because I don't know if I can. And so at a certain point, I realized like after, that it was an important show, that I was like, oh my goodness, have I been doing this right? I'm like, hey, director, is everything okay? Do we need to go back through this again one more time? So there's a lot that I was like, no, there's a lot. There's a show. I guess I can't. It's kind of stupid for me to talk about it if I can't tell you what it is. So never mind. So forget your question. You don't get an answer. Yes.
So, somebody trying to go into the industry or anything, always recommend like workshops. Like how do you know that's the right workshop for you, or how do you know try to get an agent? How do you know that industry is
For someone who wants to become a voice actor.
Yeah.
How do you know what workshop is good? And it's tough because there are a lot of people that will take your money. Yeah, I mean, if you do this and have like a $20 bill, I'll take it. So no, I'm just kidding. Nah, I might take it. I'll give you a CD or 2 CDs, man. But it's tough, really. I guess. I mean, if I wasn't in voice acting, I guess. Acting workshops and things like that. Definitely acting. You have to have a clear speaking voice. You can't have a lisp. If you do, you need to work on it. A demo reel, obviously, and sending it out to studios and trying to get work that way. Having an agent is great because they can put the call in sometimes for you and it looks better. You gotta live where the work is. But I don't know, I guess if I was gonna take an acting workshop, I would look at that person's credits, you know, and see what they've done, you know. And if they've done stuff, then you know, maybe it's legit, you know. But then again, I know of some people that just take advantage of people like that, which sucks. But you know, huh? Yeah, sure. I thought you just named somebody. I was like,
what was it like working with Pete Sinclair on Space Dandy?
Space Dandy?
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Space Dandy? Did you guys hear me play Johnny? Oh, it was Johnny. That was actually, you know what? I had not seen Space Dandy before. I'd only seen trailers of it, and I got an email, and it was like, hey, so there's this character, he's like a rock band kind of guy, and his name's Johnny, and would you like to play him? And I was like, of course I'd like to play him. And I was like, that's me! And so it was a lot of fun, and that episode was really awesome. And after that, I was like, I had no idea what the show was about and how cool it was until working on that. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. And I keep telling Ian that you know, if we're at a con together, we're singing. We're gonna do a show. We're singing. Yes.
So being back here,
Okay, sorry. Yes, you just stole it from her, but fine. No, go for it. It's okay. That's okay. Go for it.
being back here, musician here.
It's really weird for me talking over you asking the questions. It's kind of rude of me, isn't it? All right, go ahead.
Since you're a drummer, or since you're not a drummer,
I'm not a drummer, yes.
How much did you contribute to the music
In Beck, 0. I did nothing in Beck. I did actually sing some backup, but I don't even think they used it. Yeah, no, they didn't use me at all. That was done in Texas, and I live in LA, so it's probably easier having those guys that live there do it. But they did have me sing backup on a song. But they're probably like, yeah, that guy. He's the drummer. Yes. Yes, you can have it now.
Are you looking forward to do the voice of Artemis?
Yes. I've already started working on the Artemis stuff, and I really like Artemis a lot. I don't know how much is like aired yet. I know that there's been a couple DVDs out now of the redub that we've been doing, and it's sticking a lot. It's much closer to the original. I mean, well, it is a lot closer to the original. It's Morphin' Time. Okay, who's this? Is that you? Okay. Just sort of. I'm in a Q&A right now. Artemis is a lot of fun. Yes. Way back in the back. Yes, you caught it. All right.
Is there going to be any new additional voice acting in the Elvis like the more festival edition?
I don't know. There's some things I can't talk about. So I don't know what I'm doing in the future, okay? It's always weird when you get a question like that and I can't talk about things. So it's just awkward. Let me tell you guys a story. Alright. I'm getting bored of myself talking, so I'll talk more. Alright, okay, and I was trying to open this, but I couldn't. Alright, so this is a true story. That was embarrassing. Alright, so this is the quarter story. If you've heard it already, then just bear with me. It's the same story. But if not, well. Alright, so when I go to work to voiceover, it's about 45 minutes away, sometimes an hour in traffic, so I gotta take the freeway. Every time when I come home, obviously taking the freeway, there's an off-ramp, so I exit off, I take the off-ramp, there's a stoplight there. There's always a homeless guy right there in the corner at the light where I would be taking a left to go up under the overpass to get home. And so usually, I ignore them there. I give to homeless people, but in my car, it's all just weird, and I never did. And so I usually just kind of ignore the guy standing there in the corner. This one day, I exit the freeway, and there's 4 or 5 cars in front of me. It's a red light. And so, it's like from me to the back of the room with the cars, right? So I pull up and I stop, and behind me pulls up this monster truck. And it's big, and it's, I can feel it vibrating the ground, and it's just tires behind me. And I can kind of see in the windshield, but it's tinted, so I can't really tell who it is. I'm just like, it's a scary person. And I just hear like this, monster madness! That's all that's like playing in my head. Like, I know it's like, as soon as this turns green, I better go, or he's gonna run us all over. I'm assuming it's a guy. And so I'm in there, I'm feeling the vibration of the monster truck behind me, and I have these carrots in a Ziploc bag left over from lunch, and I'm scarfing them down, the last bit of them. And as I look over, expecting to see some homeless guy standing on the corner at the stoplight, I see a homeless woman. And my heart went out to her. Like, I felt really bad. I was like, a homeless woman? I was like, that could be my mom, Hey, nice eyeshine shirt, by the way, back there. Sorry, that was a quick interruption. That didn't happen. She wasn't wearing an eyeshine shirt. But, and so anyway, so I see this homeless woman, and my heart went out to her, I felt really bad. And so I had just scarfed down all these carrots in the Ziploc bag. And if you've been to LA, it's probably the same out here, but, in LA, you have to pay for parking everywhere. And so my cup holders are full of quarters. And so I thought, I'm gonna scoop up all these quarters and put them in the Ziploc bag and give it to her. I've never given money to somebody like for my car, so I don't really know how it works, but I'm sure that it's not that hard. So I scoop them all up, I put them in, and I'm like, it's like 2 or 3 pounds worth of quarters, man. She's gonna change her life. So I roll down my window. I roll down my window, and I hold this 2-pound bag of quarters out just like this. And I watch her. If she sees me, she has a sign, and she's like, I'm like, what? Aren't you supposed to come get it? I can't, this is my left, I can't throw that far, this is weird, what? I'm like confused about this, I'm like, wait, what? And so as I'm like, in this like, wait, what kind of mode, the light turns green and these 4 or 5 cars in front of me take off. And so I still feel the monster truck behind me, that pressure, right? So I just start going, and I'm approaching her. And I'm looking, and I'm like, oh, I'm kind of going fast. And I look down, and I'm like, 20, 30 miles an hour, okay. How's this exchange gonna happen? And I'm starting to freak out now, And I'm like, hey, what am I gonna do? I can't just like throw it in her gut, and she's gonna be like, like a football player. What if she hangs on to it too long, and I drag her under the car, run her over? What if she holds on, and I fall out of the window, the monster truck runs me over, so I'm starting to panic and freak out. And then I get this epiphany, this moment of clarity. I'm like, Johnny, you're a martial artist. All you need to do is focus. It's all about the timing. 2-pound bag of quarters at 20, 30 miles an hour. All you have to do is go, and watch it gracefully land into her hands. So I'm going 20, 30 miles an hour, 2-pound bag of quarters out in my hand.